We're going to be able to do a bit of a drive this afternoon. We are in the old vehicle called the Jigger, and we're hoping we're going to get some luck. And Seb is on camera with me, with Tara in final control. Now, we have swapped antennas. We haven't yet been able to switch over the amplifier. We haven't really decided yet whether we're switching amplifier over to this or we're going to redo the Gunda. But at any rate, for the time being, I'm going to have a look for some elephants on Treehouse Dam. Crossing over from the big open area near camp, heading over towards Rebecca's Road, and I'm hoping that a little bit later might be a good place to go because we should be getting good signal there too. So we're hoping that when we stop we'll have good signal. We might be getting a bit of breakup and a little bit of erratic signal while we're driving. So please bear with us. We're hoping that, and let's see what we can find for you today. And while I'm looking at the camera, I'm seeing a little spot on the lens that I just want to wipe. Let me take this off. Sorry. It's so dusty these days that we cleaned this just as we were leaving camp, and already it No. Why isn't it? So it's got to go on here.
It should click here.
I know it should, but it's not. Zebra been dust barking in the sand. Is a difficult area. Welcome back. Came past Treehouse Dam and we didn't have much happening there. Hippo was there. Herd of Impala was there. Just moved past. Took round two, went back to Philomen's cut line and then down to the dam, jump to the dam. Oh gosh, excuse me. I think I just swallowed it now. It tastes like chicken. Fishbone Road. We're going to make our way back. We're going to try and stay fairly close to camp for now. Oh, big snake tracks. That's a huge snake. Well, that's one. Would have been a cobra or make. Copy that. Buffalo. Hello, buffalo. The elephants have certainly had their fun here, that's for sure. Where they've gone from here. Oh. Now it's a matter of getting to them. Hello, elephants. If we can somehow get in here to see the little kid. Relax, girl. It's me. Right, so I stopped as soon as that one car turned around to move away, and as soon as I stopped, she stopped. So we're good here for now. We're not having the greatest of views, but I'm hoping that they'll all come, maybe come into view. Into view, not interview. Quite a few elephants here. No real indication of which way they're moving other than maybe west. Oh, there goes a tree, a little knob thorn. Okay, let's try and move a little more, Seb. Now that they've calmed down to our presence. I don't know how much better we can get as we get through this. All suddenly moving towards us. Look at that. All of a sudden, all of them coming this way. Hello, everybody. I recognize that nick in that ear. Gosh, look at all these elephants. Hello, Mrs. Ellie. This is incredible. They're getting this wave of elephants and they're just fighting, and some of them are going to the left and some of them are coming to the right. It's just coming and going without even moving. It's not straight. I don't know what it is. We were gone again. I can't that you saw, but that was incredible. I mean, it was almost as though they all are on Rebecca's road, but all of them at once started moving this way. Some of them, at least a dozen, went to the left of us, probably 2 dozen came to the right of us. It's like this sea of elephants parted and then joined up again. in silence, not a trumpet, not a whisper out of any one of them. Let's see. Like that with the dust. What makes it even more amazing is that they just walked past us and then have come to this little spot and have stopped here. It's not like they suddenly decided to go somewhere. It makes it even more puzzling. I think what we should do is go on to Philemon's cut line. Maybe see them coming out there at some point. not too far. We're on Philemon's cut line. They're not too far in. I'm not seeing them yet. But they stopped moving. That's the problem. They suddenly started marching, then they stopped. We'll give them time to maybe come out onto the road. Yeah, let's go up towards. Oh, there they're coming through now. Hello Rose in Vancouver. Have I ever seen a hippo run at full speed? Well, I don't know if it was full speed. I've seen hippos run, yes, back to the water in many places that I've lived. Pretty much always lived with hippos. Except for we spell them living down in the Cape. We're going to go further and we'll turn around. By the time we come back, we're just in some thicket here. By the time we come back from Zoe's Road, we might see them again. But I've seen them running back to water, and it's quite a sight to see. You can't believe that that bulk is able to travel at such speed. And not only that, they're able to turn very quickly. But there's no telling of whether it's full speed or not. Let's put it this way. It's fast enough and too fast for a human to get away from. I wouldn't like to be having to run away from a hippo. Okay, to move deeper in instead of coming out here. Hello, Gene. Pennsylvania. Yeah, they are. Gene was saying she heard some lion on the camera recently. Wanting to know if anyone's seen them, who they are. Gene, we had 6 males who were roaring yesterday. Roaring a lot. Early hours of the morning, right through until even after sunrise. And they were a coalition of males that are coming in from the northeast, known as the Matimba males. Yeah, they have all these elephants come out towards us again. So we're going to stop here and watch as they, hopefully they, maybe we need to just stop a little bit further down. Yeah. They were seen on Zoe's Road and going to go shortcut near the dam. They were all over the place yesterday. They have now gone up to Cheetah Plains. It was rather unfortunate that we had the problem that we couldn't broadcast yesterday. Hello, pretty girl. This is a herd, I don't know. I'm seeing elephants here that I've never seen before. And once again, we have a wave of elephants surrounding us. Oh my word, look at this. Unfortunately, quite a few of them are going behind us again. Look at this big old lady. And here's a young bull. Hello, little boy. This is incredible.
Like 40 of them.
We've got to be at least 40, yeah. There's a lot of elephants. We only saw maybe a third of them crossing in front of us. But they do seem to be a little skittish. Once they get into the tree line, they calm down. But out here in the open with the vehicle in their presence, they're not too happy. Well, it's not that they're not happy, it's just they seem a little bit nervous. But they are moving up. They're going to be heading up towards Zoe's Road and probably even closer to the hyena den and that direction. So I'm actually going to leave them. We're going to go down towards Chelapan. There are some other elephant to be seen, and we're also going to have a look around and see if we can find where Induna went, young male leopard. Wow. That was mine. Once again, once they got into the tree line, they've all stopped and are browsing again. Leaving this big Schlumberger door, just crossed Philemon's cut line, heading north up towards Zoe's Road, open lot. What's the lock on those Ngala, please? Lion have been found somewhere, but I don't think it's in our area. Amazing. Amazing. Those lilies I was thinking of on Twin Dams Road. Thank you, ladies and the viewers, saying that there are some more elephants that could. The dam, Gary Dam, visible on Juma waterhole camera. Juma waterhole cam. And now, some kudu, a couple of, one or two young bulls there too, and some impala rams. Interesting. Texan come in. You confirm there was a Ngala picked up this afternoon? Okay, thanks. So those males are all at Juma Dam, which is up near Cheetah Plains Lodge. That's Matimba males. Kudu. All ears. I smell leopard. Smell leopard. It's got a very strong leopard smell. Could have been the day and grew like to fetch your cubs here to chill a pan. Still nothing. On account of signal not being very strong and breaking up like it is, I'm not saying too much this afternoon until I know that we've got a fairly strong signal coming through to you. We're on Twin Dams Road, we're approaching Gari Dam. You can see those other elephants. My guess is that Induna might have come down this way too. Elephants again. More still elephants. Africa. Big bull. Biggish bull. He's coming towards us. Okay, I'll just stop. What you gonna do when they come for you? Hello, Mr. Tembo. Jambu Rafiki Yangu. Hello, Mr. Elephant. My name is Mark. We may have met before. You're going to be nice to me today. You're quite large and looming. Very big and looming. Hello? Be good, please. Be nice to us. We're just a small car and small people. He's huge. He's standing right over me. He's towering over us. Be good to Seb as well. Well, that was somewhat interesting.
Very nice. Made my day.
Made my day too. I can't, it's hard to explain what it's like to have a giant like that coming for us. The way he was, coming towards us. Had a bit of a swagger. I didn't see any of that as aggressive at all. Just curious and wanted to say hello. Maybe he's one of my buddies from Timbavati. I must have a look. I'm going to try and get a photo of him. So only one elephant. Thought there were more. So let's watch him now for a little bit. Get in a nice position with the sun. Impala, but there's something there with them. Tank Man, the Gari gang and the Impala together on the other side of the dam. Allowed to get any flex today. No punctures, please. Let's just watch him stroll across this little patch of grassland, slowly and quietly, picking up a few things to eat along the way. Looks like he's listening to something. Ears out like that. When an elephant pauses and he does that, you know he's listening. Probably to other elephants talking to him. That jackalberry is eating. Baby jackalberry. Guy is eating the bush willow, but there was a little bit of a greener tree at the base of that pushed over bush willow. I think it was a little jackalberry he was eating. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, I say it once, bless you. That goes for all the other times you're going to sneeze.
It's not my fault. It's his fault.
Okay, you're allergic to elephants?
No.
You're going to come back again, Mr. Ellie. Got an itch, will scratch. Have itch, will scratch. Let's move a little that side. Again, you're going to lose him when he goes up towards... Unless he goes up onto the open area. He might go up onto the open area. Elephant on my hat. Elephant on my hat.
Yeah.
Another one for the Travels with Mark's Hat album. Lots of rodent tunnels there. I think we're getting a bumper crop of rodents this year. Start seeing more of them. An afternoon with an elephant. What better way? No better way to spend the day. for him here. I'm surprised at myself. I didn't take any photographs when he was standing right above us like that. I could have given you the camera. But there are those moments when you wish you, afterwards, you wish you took photographs, but at the time it would have actually detracted from the experience. And well, we've got it on camera, on movie, on film. Maybe now, while he comes towards us, maybe now I can snap a shot of him. This is lovely light. Soft. Hello Sharon, nice to hear from you. How are you doing? Been a while. Sharon wants to have a guess at how old I think this bull is. Well, he's quite tall. I'd say maybe in mid-20s. Maybe late. No, maybe just mid-20s. Between say 22 and 25, I'd say. He's not very deep in the chest, around the shoulder area. He's very long legs. His front legs are very long. He's quite tall. When he was standing right next to us, it was quite something. And his tusks aren't really showing a thickness that you would get beyond the age of 30. His left tusk that is broken seems to have been broken for some time now. It's not a recent break. But that far down on the tusk, he wouldn't feel it. There wouldn't be any nerve endings down there. It might, if anything, it might just change his feeding behavior a little bit. If he was using that tusk to strip bark, he would then have to now alternate and use his other tusk. Big herd at the dam again. Can you see them? Elephant.
Where?
I know people are saying there's a herd of elephant at the dam. I can't see them. We're almost here at the dam. Oh, we could.
Unless they're on that
Unless
side.
they're there. Yeah, we just can't see the dam wall from where we are. We can see the rest of the dam. Let's just move a little bit. We can leave him. Valentine, oh there, little baby drink. Hello, Valentine. Wanting to know about the inside of an elephant's nose. I haven't the foggiest, Valentine. Let's have a look at that. I've got that dissecting giants thing. Let's look at that again when they dissect the elephant's trunk. But no, I've never touched an elephant's trunk. I don't know what it feels like. I'm as much in the dark about that as you are. I wouldn't know whether it's what it feels like, I'm afraid. Excuse me, children. Please. Julie in Indiana. How tall was that elephant? It was tall. I don't know. Well over 3 meters at the shoulder. He was tall. It's hard to. Probably well over 10 feet. Hard to guess things like weight and length and height and things. Lots of elephants coming in from the south of the dam. Won't see them. There was a very little one here. Baboon and impala in front of room 1. I think we better stop here. The ellies are going to start climbing up the bank, coming out onto the dam wall, so we'll stop right here. Hello, Mrs. E. Jane, hello Jane. Wanting to know why these elephants left when the big bull came, and now that, oh look at that little thing, just climbed up the embankment. And now that he's gone, they're coming back again. I couldn't tell you. Possibly he's harassing them. Young females may be coming to estrus or going through puberty. Maybe it's a different herd. Maybe there was another herd that left. By all intents and purposes, this herd looks like they're coming to drink for the first time. None of them have a wet tip to their trunk or water on their feet, so I'm guessing that they've all only just arrived. Or maybe there are a couple of groups joining up. I'm just going to go forward so we can see them. Now's not the time. This particular group of elephants are only arriving at the dam now, so I don't think it was a case of them leaving and coming back. They wouldn't come back to drink so soon. I'm guessing this is another. It's got to be another group, especially the way they're approaching the water. It might just be the flow of life that we witnessed, and it just happens to look like elephants left when the bull arrived. I mean, this is there's a young bull here trying to intimidate one of the cows, and that's okay. Seb, you can stay there. He's being what we call mafufunya, and he's being this one, yeah. Now he's touching. Look at that. Got his trunk over that calf, but there's a cow coming up on my, gonna come up into this one, this big girl. I think she's the mother of that calf that bull's touching, and she wasn't really happy with this big bull. Well, he's not even a big bull. He's not even 20 yet. He's actually still a teenager. But that was quite tender the way he touched that calf. But now, if we have a look at some of them, they're getting their toes wet. This little boy is being naughty. Yeah, coming out. Yeah, look at that. He's pushing this cow now. He's being naughty with that. I wonder, maybe it's his mother. I don't know, but he's being naughty with her. But some of them, first of all, the tip of their trunk gets wet when they're drinking, and as you can see, they've got their toes in the water. Look at this. Watch this. This is being mafufunyan. He's being nasty, jabbing her in the butt. She's going to turn around and smack him one. Or maybe she's just too polite. It's not in the cow's nature to do so. But I don't know why he's being so. So as I was saying, they get their toes wet, they get the tip of their trunk wet. And in this temperature, this time of the year, it doesn't dry very quickly. So if these elephants were here drinking earlier, they would have shown wet tips to the trunk and wet toes. I'm sure if we go up to Gari Katlan or something, we'll see the elephants that were here drinking. That little one. Oh. So this is another 20 elephants. It's the third group we're seeing this afternoon. We saw one group on the way out, just on the western edge of the open area. Here it is now. That group is now western edge of the western side of the hyena den. Also, evidently another group of elephants. At least 4 or 5 groups of elephants here on the property at the moment, which makes it magic. Truly magical. How did that baby get so wet? There's an even there's an even younger calf with that other female. Hello, Peggy. In fact, a bunch of these calves are drinking now. Yeah, just heard the other elephants that must have been here. They're far west of us. A couple of these elephants have stopped and are now listening. Peggy wants to know, do the elephants not like to get in the water and play when it's cooler temperatures like this? No, not really. Especially with being wet and not drying very quickly. I think they're a bit reluctant to be wet when the cold temperatures start. I mean, it's already, the temperature's dropping considerably. Even while I'm sitting here, I'm already thinking of putting on a jacket. My guess is 2 family groups that we've got here, because the group whose reflections we're looking at now are moving off in one direction, and there's another group standing in the spillway. They were all together. But they kind of looks like they're splitting up now. And this herd in front of me are standing still and listening. Rather than throwing some dust.
we go a bit forward more so we can see that one in the best way.
Okay. Don't push that tree, little one. There's a little boy playing on a tree there. Okay. This is a beautiful cow. She's got long tusks. Not the one we're watching, that's a youngster, but it's just a really big cow in front of me. She's got a child suckling, so I don't want to move closer now. See, with that other bull, I can't imagine any reason why. I mean, there's a bull now that's been with them, following them. Oh, there's a little boy coming to meet him. No, not really. I think it's the same, maybe the same bull that was hassling that same cow. Don't push that tree. Hello, Laurie. How's Indiana today? No, if elephants did get in the water, they'd be bothered by the hippos that are there already. No, Laurie, they would ignore the hippo. They wouldn't really be bothered very much. If anything, they might chase the hippo a little bit and try and intimidate them, but no, generally they don't really care much what the hippo do. Tracks a very big male lion, was from yesterday morning, no doubt. What do you want, little boy? You just my foot today. Just quite pretty. Whoops. Hello, Elizabeth. I didn't know there was such a thing called Elephant Diaries. Interesting. But Elizabeth's saying she's watching the Elephant Diaries, and the elephants are a little bit more reddish. Wanting to know if that's because of the soil in Kenya. And very much so, Elizabeth. That is exactly what it is. Elephants take on the color of the soil and the mud that they bathe in. I need to put on a layer. Let's go a little forward. We might be able to get this last of the sun be setting behind these ellies. You're being naughty, you. Look at them, just pull up a whole tree. Are you going to eat any of it now? Although it looks like it was pulled up before, the leaves are already dead on it. Don't pick on someone a bit bigger than you if you're not prepared to get a little bit of bullying. Big sister watching over him. They have to be some of the most fun animals to watch, these little ones, when they like this. And just curiosity written all over their face. Careful, Seb, he's charging. He's going to give us it. This is the one that somehow got wet. Yep. Thank you, Elizabeth and Marlene. David Sheldrick Wildlife Trust in the Elephant Diaries. Is that the Elephant Orphanage in Nairobi, I wonder? I know out past Nairobi National Park is a place I've stayed there, and the soil is very, very red. Let me move forward, we can watch this bull dismantle a tree piece by piece. Doesn't like the car starting up. I'm not going to watch him do anything, I suppose. Just relax, dude. Oh, little baby, you're going to charge me. That's not your mother either. Now he's looking for his mother. I wonder if that sound came through. Yeah, so now he's going to push a tree over. Oh, big deal. Gorgeous. We've got some more on the left when I come across. We didn't look properly. Oh! Did it again. Oops, I did it again. Now what do I do? Because now it's going to make a noise again. So maybe I do that. The jigger. Wait, now it sounds like Induna moved that kill. And those kudu we saw earlier are starting to shout as they approach for them and dip. By the sounds of things Andrew's saying, Induna moved his kill, so he's still around there somewhere. Well, we didn't see any tracks on any of the roads, so I was wondering about that. I stopped in the wrong place. I didn't want to go too far forward. But Mom is nonplussed. When in doubt, suckle. Just over a year old, this little one. A couple of youngsters there that were smaller than this. Very distinct square forehead, this cow. I mean, all cows do have that very distinct angular forehead, but I think it's more pronounced in her for some reason. Every elephant, of course, has its own facial features, much the same way as we do. You get to actually recognize different features in elephants after a while. And one of the big differences between a bull and a cow is this very angular forehead of the females. In the bull, it's much more rounded. In the calves, it's not so easily noticeable. I know he's a little boy, so he is looking a little round on the forehead, but it's not so easy to tell until they get to adulthood. Okay, let's see what else we can come up with this afternoon. I'm going to see if we can maybe see that leopard. It is in the dip. Bye. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Leaving the lock at Columbian Law, making the way east from Gowrie Dam at the lock. Andrew coming. Hi there, Andrew. I'm coming across the dam wall and slowly making my way there. How many movers you got? Okay, copy, thanks. Yeah, will do. Hello, guinea fowl, make the bed. No. Hello, Dr. Rita. Quite a complex question. No, even more elephant on the Nyala Road North. One which I don't think I can answer. Not having access to scientific information and not having the opportunity to watch the same elephants over a period of time. It's very difficult. Basically what Dr. Rita is asking is, she understands that elephants have a 22 months, almost 2 years gestation period, and that birthing periods, intervals between birthing periods vary according to climatic conditions and things. But the question is the birth rate here typical or atypical? And if it is atypical, what are my thoughts on it? Here's our bull that we saw earlier. We're going to leave him be browsing on a tree. Bye bye, Rafiki. I can tell you, Dr. Rita, that the birth rate of elephants here in Kruger is quite healthy at the moment. There's an annual increase of, I think, roughly around 10% of the population. Every female has got youngsters. I can't tell you whether the frequency of births is typical or atypical because I have no idea. It's impossible for me to tell. Well, no, actually it's not. I would say it's not that impossible. When you look at it, I suppose looking at some of these females with multiple children, I would say it's more typical than anything else. I would say that conditions here have been fine for many decades now. At least 2 decades, at least 20 years, the population has settled down from days gone by when there was a little upset in the population. But I would say that judging by the different age groups of the youngsters, I think everything's quite normal. You get 5-6-year-olds and then the new calves, and then calves and they're going through puberty. Roughly 5-year gap in between. We're going to try and get into filament hopefully. Let's see if we can go and see this young Induna. I haven't seen him for a while. But an interesting question nonetheless, Dr. Rita. Black crocodile. Just strip. Actually, I can do this. It's done. Just do this. There we go. Broke the crocodile clip off of the by accident. It up like this. don't know if we're gonna have signal though.
Do we have picture?
Yeah, okay, we're up. Bubo lacteus. Out early. The largest of our owls. Called an eagle owl because it is the size of an eagle. Maybe I can put some light on it, just give it some colour. Pretty pink eyelids. Looks like he's watching something, he or she. No one at the Leopard. Okay, we need to go because Henry, come in. Seb did say earlier when we came past her he could smell it. Seb did say he could smell the kill earlier. Was it this tree? No, that one. He's moved it now. Down into the dip. Okay, space ready. Thanks, Henry. Hi, everyone. Where'd you see? There.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think the light was using better without the light. Yeah. Or it's even higher than
must be because you're higher than me. Oh, there I see him now. Hello, young man. Well, no.
yeah.
Let's see what Abel's light's gonna do. Yeah, just stand by a sec. Just waiting for Abel to settle down. Abel, come in. Oh.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, he doesn't like that, eh?
No, don't shine in the eyes,
The farrier wants to know if he has kill up a tree safe from others, why would he move the kill? Well, judging by the tree that he was in, it was very exposed, and probably he's moved it into thicker bush because it's shadier. There was some pretty hot sun out there today, so he probably moved it because it was. Yeah, not Zoe's road, but on Rebecca's road.
Okay, coming. You might give me an update about that thing.
Yeah, at the moment he's static in the drainage line just off of Rebecca's road, west of the pump house. Affirmative. At least I think it is. Haven't it?
I'm still on the money with the drivers here, but I'm slowly going to make my way there.
Abel, come in. Do you want to come in here for a bit of visual? Okay, copy.
Let me do zoom out. You wanna go, Mo?
Hmm?
Do you wanna go?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I was just wondering if Abel wanted to come in here for a bit of visual. I don't know where the kill would be now. Evidently Andrew saw it earlier and it was still light. But yeah, mostly because, sorry, I'm shaking the car. He's more than likely moved it here into thicker cover. From the daylight. exposed to birds of prey, exposed in that marula tree that he was in, evidently. Although by now there's probably pretty heavy scent wafting in the air. Did pick up a bit of a scent from it. And who knows, maybe hyena will come in and sniff around. Might get interesting. Hello Christy, wanting to know how close we are. I'd say about 15 feet from him at the moment. And Ellen. Hello Al. Wanting to know if those are lights on him. The Cheetah Plains vehicle's lights are on him. If that's what you're asking, Al. Ellen. Sassy Sister L. A bit of side lighting as opposed to my light. My light, as you can see, there's a bush in front of me, so I'm going to get more bounce back from the light from this bush between myself and him. I could move back a little bit. Thank you. My turn to sneeze. A bit too bright.
You like that, no? Yeah.
Huh?
That's not bad.
Guys. Out of a dam. Yeah, 3 minutes. So there are 3, yeah? Okay, Andrew, copy. Thank you.
Hello, Lorraine. All the way on the Gold Coast of Australia. Welcome to Africa today. Wanting to know if this male leopard is related to Karula. This is Karula's son, Lorraine. This is one of the 2 boys that were born in November of 2008. 2.5-year-old. His brother's name was Mishu. His name is Induna, which means chief. Mishu means dawn. And it was probably around about, well, no, even last year this time they were still more or less together. More or less, I mean, in that they were spending more and more time away from her, but they were still getting together with her. And it's almost, this weekend will be a year since we saw Karula mating with their father, Gambili Jordan. We also saw Induna, this leopard, with his father the one day. And now Karula has her little ones, going on 9 months old. And her 3rd litter. Mish and Induna were her 2nd litter. She had them when she was about 4.5, I think. Yeah. Hello, Luann. Actually, Luann's question must have come in after I was saying his age. But yes, Luann, born in November of 2008. He'll be 3 in November. That's a fully independent leopard at the moment. Still hanging around in Mom's territory though. Fast asleep. Big sigh. Christy, hello. Am I not a bit nervous being so close? Oh, can't talk. An itch. An itch in my throat. Christy, no, not at all. I'm quite comfortable with him. He's quite comfortable with us. And 15 feet is a fairly decent distance. There's no danger from him at the moment. I've had his brother about 6 inches away from my leg before. I've walked into him in our car park a couple of times, and I mean, the most aggressive I've seen these leopards get to the vehicles is snarling and growling, and maybe sort of just an odd jump towards the vehicle. Not ours, I have to admit. We've never irritated them that much. But I've seen it with some of the other vehicles where Karula before has gotten a bit irritable with the vehicles, as well as Mishu growling at vehicles once upon a time. Right, just adjust the light on the spotlight. We can change it from a sort of a flood to a strong beam. I'm just sort of making it more of a floodlight. Yvonne from New Jersey, could it happen that Karula would mate with one of her sons? No, it wouldn't happen, I don't think. Not with the mounted leopards around here. They're too young. I don't see how it could happen, Yvonne. I don't think she will allow it. Hey, the light's shaking because I'm trying to put a scarf on with one hand. We're down in a dip, which means that we're a good few degrees colder than the rest of the bush around us. I'd like to sit here and wait a while. In fact, we can sit here till the end of drive, I think. Hyena are going to start moving around. So I was saying that it's possible that the hyena will arrive. He might wake up, he might do some things. We could also change position over to where Abel was and see him from the front. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're just seeing him sleeping from the back here. Maybe if we just go into the drainage line. Got some mud on this marula tree from elephants rubbing. Hole in the footies. I don't know if it's going to do us any good, especially without signal. Maybe not a good idea to reach it. It'd be nice to try and get across just to that side of the road. Gee. Okay, we're trying to just maneuver away to see him better, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I think we're just going to go back into the sighting and see. Oh. Okay. No.
Actually, no. Go a little bit forward. Or back. Forward. On the way. I'm gonna have branches on the way.
Subtle maneuvering just to get picked back. Sorry, Induna. There we go. It's not in your eyes. Andre wants to know how old a leopard gets. Well, some leopards here in this part of the world have been known to live up to 20. Some of the females, which is pushing it. That's extreme. But I'd say on average 12 to 15 is a good age for leopard. Okay, it's getting active. Time to yawn, and it's going to be probably getting up any second now. Yes, Rose in Texas. Oh, Rose, no, that was Mishu who I parked on top of. We were looking for Mishu, and I didn't know that there was a kill there, and I don't think he knew either. I don't think it was his. If I remember correctly, I can't remember. No, I can't remember very well. I do remember there were fragments of a Dacre kill, and we were following Mushu, and I stopped the vehicle, and it turned out that I was actually sitting right on top of some of the bone fragments and pieces of remains of that kill. Not much of remains. I mean, really little fragments, a bit piece of jawbone here and a bit of bone there. And so much for him getting up. And he came right up to my door, sniffing, and then he looked up at me and he hissed at me because I was parking. I was stopped right on top of his kill. Just a little piece of grass in the way. I was hoping we'd be able to see the pads of his feet better. Hello, Hanny. What is the difference between a leopard and a jaguar? Well, jaguar are bigger and they live in South America. A leopard is smaller and they live in Africa. A jaguar has got much bigger rosettes around its body. It has more of a flowing pattern, a jaguar. But yes, I guess the biggest difference is the places where they live. They must have had a common ancestor once upon a time, when Africa and, who knows, when Africa and South America were joined. Just different species of cats, really. Like lion is different to a leopard. Although that's not really a good comparison because lion are here in Africa. But yes, mostly South American cats, jaguars, and leopard are distributed all over Africa and into Asia. Their former range was right into Europe as well. Middle East. Hello, Heather. Nice to hear from you. Heather in Alaska. Oops, sorry. Let's get that light steady again. Woke up to an earthquake this morning, or rather the earthquake woke her up. I was lucky to have that kind of alarm clock to see the elephants in Induna. Nice to have you with us, Heather. Due date approaching soon, no doubt. Sleeping leopard. Wonder if we should leave him be. Regan wants to know, I think this is young Regan, maybe, in Kentucky. How much did the baby elephant weigh in pounds? Gosh, I don't know which baby. I don't know which baby, but you know, I'm really not the right person to ask numbers. I'm really not a numbers person, because I have to be totally honest with you. It doesn't really. Well, let's put it this way. It's difficult to guess. I would say maybe maybe 200 pounds, maybe a bit more. I honestly couldn't tell you. I really don't even know how to guess these things. Well, I mean, approximately, I suppose. I know a lot of people like to know numbers. A lot of people like to know ages and weights and heights and things. But without the scales and the measures, tape measures and things, it can only give you a more or less a guesstimate, and it really is a guess. Hello, Sarah, in California. Do leopards or lions purr? No, they don't, Sarah. They growl, they don't purr. Cheetah purr. Cheetah have a very audible purr, very loud. Only one of Africa's big cats that purrs. Well, half expected hyena to be here at nightfall. Or maybe that's what it was, expecting. I shouldn't expect things. Andre wants to know what speed can leopards run at. Right, another numbers question. I don't know, Andre. Well, leopards don't really run. I mean, if it has to, it's going to run away from something. It's going to run to the nearest tree. But in hunting, leopards don't really run much when they're hunting. They are. This is the kind of bush that we're in here. Is pretty thick bush. And this is the type of terrain that they hunt in. It gives them opportunity to stalk close to their prey, and then pounce. That's the method of their hunting is stalk and pounce, rather than running like lion or cheetah. So I don't really know the speed of a leopard. I guess its initial burst of speed could be as fast as 60 kilometers an hour, maybe. I mean, I'm guessing. These things are hard to measure, especially speed. I mean, I suppose you could, like I've done with elephant before, I've made note of where his shoulder is on a tree and then gone back at a later time to measure how high that was. But to measure an animal's speed in the wild isn't really, that's just not easy. And one of the reasons why I'm so cagey about giving numbers is because any book that you look at will give you numbers. But it is only I've got one book that will give you a range of numbers, like they will weigh between 45 and 90 kilograms. Very few books are going to give you one figure. Leopards weigh 60 kilograms. Because they're going to be leopards that weigh, big males that weigh 80 kilograms. They're going to be slightly built females that are only going to weigh 45 kilograms. So it's very hard to give numbers, because individuals, much like us humans, if you had to say how fast does a human run, it would be the same thing. It depends. I probably run at half the speed of, say, an Olympic sprinter. My fastest is probably half that speed, and a tenth of the distance. The one of the reasons why I get cagey about giving figures is because I don't want to be quoted as saying, well, a leopard runs at 60 kilometers an hour, and then I get quoted as saying that all leopards run at 60 kilometers an hour. And I guess one of the things is I'd rather tell you that I don't know the exact numbers, because there aren't really exact numbers, rather than give out false information, because it's really hard to gauge that kind of a thing. I'm just curious why it is that people, well, humans especially, I mean all people, have a fascination for numbers. I suppose it's all got to do with wanting to know facts and figures. That's why we have books like the Guinness Book of Records, so that you have facts and figures. But in nature, when you live in nature with animals every day, day in and day out, and you're seeing them all the time, it's all about their behavior. It's all about their interaction with other creatures. It's all about how they fit in the environment. And it never really crops up about how much they weigh, or how tall they are, or how fast they run. You can hear the hippo at the dam from here. I mean, not to discourage the questions, because I love the questions and I don't mind the questions about the numbers. It's just that personally I'm not a person that can answer number questions that easily. And there are some things that are fixed numbers. Their gestation period is, well, even then, it's sort of between 100 and 110 days. So forgive me if I'm not being very specific at all. And, well, let's take a little drive back up towards the open area near camp. We might see something. Don't have much time at all, so maybe we'll just stay here. I've only got a few minutes left. It's just that I thought, now that we've got a leopard, it was nice to sit here. We had the opportunity of maybe seeing something happen. He could have got up and gone back to his kill wherever it is. I can't see it here. Sorry. I was also thinking that maybe hyena would arrive and there'd be a bit of interaction, and it possibly still can happen later this evening. But for now, he's quite happy just sleeping and resting. Looked like he was getting a bit active earlier, but then he didn't. Except when we dropped something in the car, it woke him up. Sorry, Induna. Go back to sleep, boy.
You want to stay knocking all day?
No, well, we're nearly at the end, so I'm going to stay with him.
Okay.
I was just thinking, if we leave, we're going to have more till the end of drive, going out of this dip and through Philemon's dip. Probably more breakup than we have time left, so it's probably best to just stay here and not move at all. Our weekend is upon us, our big weekend of the end of Safari TV. So Pete arrived today, some others will be arriving tomorrow, and excuse me. Coming to a close. Tara will be out with you in the morning, and hopefully maybe find some tracks and see where he's gone. If he does go anywhere, he might still be around this dip. And well, tomorrow is another day, as they say. All sorts of excitement awaiting. So from a sleeping cat named Induna, and from myself, Mark, and Seb on camera, Tara and Craig and Pete back in final control, all of us here at Wild Earth Safari. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience with our signal problems, and thank you for your questions. Thanks for your patience with my answers too. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.